ladies and gentlemen. Today I invite you to embark on a transformative journey, a journey inward, where the true power of silence awaits. In our fast-paced world, we are often overwhelmed by noise, distractions, and outdated beliefs. But if we can take a moment to embrace stillness, we can begin to shed what no longer serves us. So let's explore the 10 things to delete from your life in silence. And together, let's unlock the potential of who you truly are. Limiting beliefs are the mental barriers that often hold us back from realizing our full potential. They are the assumptions and thoughts we carry, often formed through past experiences, societal conditioning, or even well-meaning advice from those around us. These beliefs can create a restrictive framework through which we view ourselves and the world, ultimately influencing our decisions, actions, and overall quality of life. To truly transform our lives, it is essential to identify and challenge these beliefs, allowing us to rewrite our narrative and step into our true power. The first step in this process is awareness. Many of us operate on autopilot, unaware of the limiting beliefs that guide our thoughts and behaviors. This is where silence becomes a powerful tool. When we take time to pause and reflect, we can begin to listen to the internal dialogue that plays in our minds. What do you tell yourself on a daily basis? Phrases like "I'm not good enough," "I'll never succeed," or "I don't deserve happiness" are common manifestations of limiting beliefs. These thoughts can become so ingrained that we accept them as truths even when they are baseless. Once we become aware of these negative thought patterns, the next step is to question their validity. Are these beliefs really true, or are they simply echoes of past failures or criticisms? Often, limiting beliefs are not based on concrete evidence, but rather on fear, insecurity, or external influences. By challenging these beliefs, we can begin to dismantle their power over us. Ask yourself, what evidence do I have that supports this belief? Is it a belief that serves my highest self? By engaging in this process of questioning, we create the opportunity to replace self-doubt with self-empowerment. Reframing our beliefs is an essential aspect of this journey. Instead of accepting limiting beliefs at face value, we can consciously choose to replace them with empowering affirmations. For instance, if you catch yourself thinking, "I'm terrible at public speaking," reframe it to, "I am learning to express myself confidently." This shift in perspective allows us to view challenges as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable obstacles. It creates a mindset of possibility and resilience, setting the stage for personal and professional development. Visualization also plays a critical role in overcoming limiting beliefs. As we engage in visualization practices, we can imagine ourselves living without the constraints of these beliefs. Picture yourself succeeding, feeling confident, and achieving your goals. This mental imagery can be a powerful catalyst for change, as it allows us to experience the emotions and sensations associated with success, reinforcing our ability to manifest those outcomes in reality. When we visualize our success, we create a mental blueprint that aligns with our desired outcomes, making it easier to navigate the steps needed to achieve them. Surrounding ourselves with positive influences can help combat limiting beliefs. The people we interact with can significantly shape our mindset. When we engage with individuals who encourage us, challenge our limiting beliefs, and believe in our potential, we begin to adopt a more empowering narrative. This support system can act as a mirror, reflecting back to us the truth of our capabilities and worthiness. As we cultivate relationships that uplift and inspire, we create an environment conducive to growth and transformation. In addition to seeking external support, it's important to practice self-compassion. Recognize that everyone has limiting beliefs. They are a natural part of the human experience. Instead of criticizing yourself for having these thoughts, treat yourself with kindness and understanding. Acknowledge that growth is a process, and it's okay to stumble along the way. This self-compassion allows you to create a safe space for exploration and change, making it easier to confront and release limiting beliefs. Engaging in mindfulness practices can also enhance our ability to identify and release limiting beliefs. Mindfulness encourages us to stay present and observe our thoughts without judgment. By cultivating a mindful awareness of our mental patterns, we can create a gap between stimulus and response, allowing us to choose how we react to our thoughts. This practice helps us recognize when limiting beliefs arise, providing the opportunity to consciously redirect our thinking. As we embark on this journey of transformation, it's essential to take consistent action toward our goals. Limiting beliefs often manifest as procrastination or avoidance, preventing us from taking the necessary steps to achieve our dreams. By setting small, achievable goals and celebrating our progress, we can build momentum and reinforce our belief in our abilities. Each step forward reinforces the idea that we are capable and deserving of success, gradually diminishing the hold of limiting beliefs. Deleting limiting beliefs from our lives is not a one-time event, but an ongoing process. It requires patience, dedication, and self-awareness. As we continue to engage in self-reflection, challenge our assumptions, and surround ourselves with positivity, we create a more empowering narrative that aligns with our true selves. By rewriting our story, we open ourselves to new possibilities and experiences, allowing us to step into a life of purpose, fulfillment, and joy. This journey of transformation begins in silence, where we can listen, reflect, and ultimately reclaim our power. In our increasingly busy and noisy world, the practice of silence has become a rare gem, often overlooked in favor of constant stimulation and distraction. Yet, embracing silence can lead to profound self-discovery and growth. Silence allows us to pause, reflect, and engage in deep introspection, ultimately helping us evaluate our relationships, habits, and the overall trajectory of our lives. This exploration of silence can lead us to a clearer understanding of what truly serves us and what we need to let go of in order to thrive. To begin with, silence creates a space for reflection. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, we often rush from one task to another, rarely taking the time to check in with ourselves. When we carve out moments of silence, we open the door to self-examination. This process allows us to consider our relationships, those we cherish, those that drain us, and those that may have outlived their usefulness. In silence, we can ask ourselves critical questions. Do these relationships uplift me? Do they inspire growth, or do they bring negativity into my life? It's in this quietude that we can listen to our inner voice, which often knows best when it comes to discerning healthy connections from toxic ones. Consider the impact of toxic relationships on our well-being. They can sap our energy, diminish our self-worth, and hinder our progress. Yet, acknowledging their presence requires honesty, and that honesty can only emerge in silence. By reflecting on our interactions and feelings, we can begin to identify which relationships are enriching and which ones are burdensome. This realization empowers us to make necessary changes. Sometimes it means setting boundaries, while other times it involves letting go altogether. In the stillness, we find the clarity needed to make these tough decisions, freeing ourselves to foster relationships that truly align with our values and aspirations. Silence also serves as a mirror for our habits. In our fast-paced lives, we often fall into routines without considering their impact on our overall well-being. When we embrace silence, we create an opportunity to assess our daily behaviors and patterns. Are we spending our time in ways that contribute to our personal growth? Are our habits supporting our goals or hindering them? In the quiet, we can recognize the habits that serve us well and those that need to be modified or eliminated. For example, consider the habit of mindless scrolling on social media. While it can offer brief entertainment, it often leads to feelings of inadequacy and distraction. In silence, we can reflect on how this habit affects our mental state and overall happiness. By recognizing the toll it takes, we can consciously choose to limit our engagement with such distractions, making room for more enriching activities. Silence allows us to confront these habits head-on, guiding us toward healthier choices that enhance our lives rather than detract from them. In moments of silence, we can cultivate mindfulness. This practice encourages us to stay present, which is essential for understanding the impact of our thoughts and actions. Mindfulness in silence enables us to observe our internal dialogue without judgment, helping us recognize the negative narratives that may influence our self-perception and behavior. By acknowledging these thoughts, we can begin to dismantle them, replacing them with more empowering affirmations that align with our true selves. As we engage in this introspective journey, it's crucial to approach ourselves with compassion. Many of us are our own harshest critics, and silence can amplify those inner voices. However, instead of succumbing to self-judgment, we can practice self-love and acceptance. Acknowledging our imperfections and recognizing that growth is a journey allows us to create a nurturing environment for ourselves. In silence, we can affirm our worthiness, fostering resilience as we confront the challenges of change. The practice of silence also opens the door to creativity. When we disconnect from the noise of the external world, we create space for new ideas and inspiration to flow. Many great thinkers and creators throughout history have attested to the power of solitude and silence in sparking their creativity. By allowing our minds to wander freely, we can access a deeper well of imagination and insight. This creative exploration can lead to new solutions to problems, innovative ideas, and fresh perspectives on life. Embracing silence can strengthen our intuition. In our busy lives, we often drown out our gut feelings with external noise and distractions. However, when we sit in silence, we can reconnect with our inner wisdom. Our intuition often knows the answers we seek, guiding us toward choices that align with our authentic selves. By listening to this inner voice, we can make decisions that resonate with our core values, leading to a more fulfilling and authentic life. As we explore the impact of silence on our lives, it's essential to recognize that this practice is not just about absence, it's about presence. It's about fully engaging with our thoughts, emotions, and experiences. By doing so, we cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves and our desires. This awareness empowers us to make intentional choices that shape our lives in alignment with our true purpose. In the journey of self-discovery through silence is transformative. By taking the time to reflect on our relationships, habits, and inner dialogue, we gain clarity and insight that can guide us toward a more fulfilling life. Silence allows us to confront toxic connections, evaluate our daily choices, and foster self-compassion. It serves as a catalyst for creativity and strengthens our intuition, ultimately leading us to live more authentically. In a world filled with noise, embracing silence is a powerful act of self-care that can illuminate the path to our highest selves. At its core, negative self-talk manifests as a series of detrimental thoughts that can hinder our self-esteem and overall mental well-being. Phrases like "I'm not good enough, I always fail," or "I don't deserve success" can become habitual, influencing how we perceive ourselves and our abilities. Over time, this internal dialogue can lead to a self-fulfilling prophecy, where the belief in our inadequacy becomes the reality we experience. This is where the significance of silence and reflection comes into play. By creating space in our lives for introspection, we can begin to identify these harmful patterns of thought. In moments of quiet, we can listen to our internal monologue and recognize when negative self-talk arises. It often surfaces during moments of stress, comparison, or self-doubt. Acknowledging these thoughts is the first step toward change. Instead of allowing them to pass unnoticed, we can confront them directly. By doing so, we reclaim our power over our thoughts and emotions. This act of self-awareness is essential. It allows us to take a step back and evaluate the validity of these negative beliefs. Are they grounded in reality, or are they exaggerated reflections of our fears and insecurities? Challenging negative self-talk requires a conscious effort to reframe our thoughts. This is where the practice of positive affirmations becomes valuable. An affirmation is a positive statement that challenges the negative narratives we hold. For example, if the thought "I'm not good enough" arises, we can reframe it as "I am worthy and capable of achieving my goals." By consistently repeating these affirmations, we can gradually shift our internal dialogue from self-criticism to self-empowerment. This process takes time and patience, but it can fundamentally alter the way we perceive ourselves. Visualization is another powerful tool in this journey. When we visualize ourselves succeeding and overcoming challenges, we create a mental image that reinforces our belief in our capabilities. Picture yourself in a situation where you previously felt inadequate. See yourself approaching it with confidence and success. This practice not only helps to diminish the hold of negative self-talk, but also trains our minds to associate positive outcomes with our actions. Visualization allows us to experience the emotions tied to success, fostering a belief that we can indeed achieve our aspirations. It's also essential to understand the role of comparison in fueling negative self-talk. In an age dominated by social media, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparing ourselves to others, often leading to feelings of inadequacy. In silence, we can reflect on how comparison affects our self-image. Recognizing that everyone has their unique journey can help us shift our focus inward, fostering a sense of gratitude for our own experiences and achievements. This perspective allows us to celebrate our progress rather than dwelling on perceived shortcomings. Surrounding ourselves with positive influences can also mitigate the effects of negative self-talk. The people we interact with have a profound impact on our mindset. Engaging with those who uplift and inspire us can counteract the negativity that may arise from our inner dialogue. When we build relationships with individuals who encourage us and reflect our strengths, we reinforce the positive narratives we seek to cultivate. It's crucial to create an environment that fosters positivity, where we feel safe to express ourselves without fear of judgment. In addition to seeking external support, practicing self-compassion is vital in combating negative self-talk. We often hold ourselves to unrealistically high standards, leading to harsh self-criticism when we inevitably fall short. Silence provides the perfect opportunity to practice self-kindness. Instead of berating ourselves for mistakes or perceived failures, we can learn to treat ourselves with the same compassion we would extend to a friend. Acknowledging our humanity and understanding that everyone makes mistakes fosters resilience and encourages a growth mindset. Mindfulness practices can further enhance our ability to challenge negative self-talk. By cultivating mindfulness, we learn to observe our thoughts without judgment. This awareness allows us to identify negative patterns as they arise and respond with intention rather than reaction. In silence, we can develop a deeper understanding of our internal narratives, enabling us to shift our focus from self-doubt to self-acceptance. This practice creates a sense of calm and clarity, empowering us to navigate life's challenges with a more positive outlook. As we work to replace negative self-talk with positive affirmations, it's essential to be patient with ourselves. Change does not happen overnight. It requires consistent effort and dedication. By setting realistic goals for ourselves and celebrating small victories along the way, we build momentum in our journey towards self-empowerment. Each time we challenge a negative thought and replace it with a positive affirmation, we reinforce our belief in our worth and capabilities. The journey of transforming negative self-talk into positive self-affirmation is a profound act of self-love. By taking the time to reflect in silence, we can confront the harmful beliefs that hold us back and replace them with empowering narratives. This process not only enhances our self-esteem, but also fosters resilience, creativity, and a greater sense of purpose. As we cultivate a positive inner dialogue, we open ourselves to new possibilities, enabling us to pursue our goals with confidence and passion. Embracing this journey of self-discovery allows us to live authentically and align our actions with our true selves, creating a life that is fulfilling and meaningful. Unhealthy habits often creep into our lives quietly, becoming ingrained patterns that we may not even recognize until they start affecting our well-being. These habits can take many forms, from poor eating and sedentary lifestyles to procrastination and negative thinking. The challenge lies in the fact that many unhealthy habits provide short-term comfort or satisfaction, making them difficult to break. However, understanding the roots of these habits and actively working to replace them with healthier choices is essential for personal growth and overall well-being. This journey begins with self-awareness, reflection, and a commitment to change. The first step in overcoming unhealthy habits is to identify them. In moments of silence, we can engage in introspection to examine our daily routines and behaviors. This process involves asking ourselves critical questions. What are the habits that no longer serve me? How do these habits affect my physical and mental health? Often we may find that certain habits like binge watching television late into the night or reaching for junk food during stressful moments are more about coping mechanisms than actual needs. By becoming aware of these patterns, we can begin to understand the triggers that lead us to engage in them. Once we identify our unhealthy habits, the next step is to analyze the underlying motivations. Many unhealthy habits are a response to stress, anxiety, or even boredom. For example, we may turn to unhealthy snacks for comfort during a stressful day or procrastinate on important tasks to avoid feelings of overwhelm. In silence, we can reflect on these emotional triggers, allowing us to connect our habits with our emotional states. This connection is crucial because it helps us realize that the habit itself is not the problem. Rather, it is often our inability to cope with our emotions in a healthy way. After identifying the habits and understanding their roots, the process of change can begin. This requires a conscious effort to replace unhealthy habits with healthier alternatives. For instance, if you find yourself reaching for sugary snacks when stressed, consider substituting them with healthier options like fruits or nuts. Similarly, if procrastination is a challenge, creating a structured schedule or breaking tasks into smaller, manageable pieces can help alleviate feelings of overwhelm. In moments of silence, you can brainstorm strategies that resonate with you, allowing for a personalized approach to change. Visualization can also play a significant role in replacing unhealthy habits. By imagining yourself engaging in healthier behaviors, you create a mental image that aligns with your goals. Picture yourself preparing a nutritious meal instead of opting for takeout, or envision yourself taking a walk in nature instead of scrolling through your phone. This mental practice not only reinforces your commitment to change, but also helps you associate positive emotions with the healthier choices you wish to adopt. Visualization is a powerful tool for reprogramming your mind and creating a strong connection to your desired outcomes. Accountability is another key factor in overcoming unhealthy habits. Sharing your goals with a friend, family member, or support group can provide the encouragement and motivation needed to stay on track. When you make your intentions known, you invite others to support your journey and help hold you accountable. In moments of silence, consider who in your life can act as a positive influence, someone who will encourage you to stay committed to your goals and celebrate your successes along the way. In addition to accountability, self-compassion plays a crucial role in the process of change. It's important to remember that breaking unhealthy habits is a journey, and setbacks are a natural part of that process. Instead of being overly critical of yourself when you slip up, practice self-kindness. Acknowledge that change takes time and that each small step forward is a victory. In silence, allow yourself to reflect on your progress without judgment. Celebrate the efforts you've made and recognize that every attempt to shift your habits brings you closer to your goals. Mindfulness can also enhance your ability to change unhealthy habits. By cultivating a mindful awareness of your thoughts and actions, you become more attuned to when and why you engage in certain behaviors. For example, practicing mindfulness during meals can help you become more aware of your hunger cues and prevent mindless eating. Similarly, mindfulness can help you recognize when you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed, allowing you to choose healthier coping strategies rather than defaulting to unhealthy habits. This heightened awareness fosters a greater sense of control and empowers you to make intentional choices. Creating a supportive environment is essential in this journey as well. Surrounding yourself with positive influences and eliminating triggers that lead to unhealthy habits can significantly impact your success. For instance, if junk food is a temptation, consider removing it from your home or replacing it with healthier snacks. If social media distracts you from your goals, designate specific times for its use. In silence, reflect on the aspects of your environment that either support or hinder your progress. By intentionally curating your surroundings, you create a more conducive space for positive change. As you work to replace unhealthy habits, it's also important to set realistic goals. Rather than attempting to overhaul your entire lifestyle overnight, focus on making small, incremental changes. For example, if you want to exercise more, start by committing to a short daily walk rather than an intense workout routine. These small victories build momentum and reinforce your commitment to change. In moments of silence, envision your goals and break them down into achievable steps, allowing you to track your progress along the way. The journey of overcoming unhealthy habits is one of self-discovery and empowerment. By engaging in self-reflection, identifying triggers, and creating strategies for change, you pave the way for a healthier and more fulfilling life. Embracing moments of silence allows you to connect with your inner self, fostering the awareness and clarity needed to transform your habits. Remember that change is a process, and each step you take brings you closer to a healthier, more vibrant version of yourself. As you commit to this journey, you'll not only improve your well-being, but also cultivate resilience and a deeper understanding of your own needs and desires.